Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back again today with another MLB 14 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. We're going to do lineup update number 2, and I think I'm going to keep this format where you guys all know that MLB players expire after 10 games, and I've made it known that that's mainly what I'm going to use. I know in your opinion it's probably not the smartest decision, but that's just how I want to play the game. But I think what I'm going to do is, every time my kind of round of guys expire, I'll bring you guys the lineup update, show you what I'm working with, and then we'll play some games, upload some gameplays with that lineup. And then when it's time for those guys to move on, we'll just keep rolling them out and rolling them out. Like I said, I made it known that I did want to use a lot of MLB players, and there's so many good players out there, so many players I want to play with. I'm having fun with it as well because I'm mixing and matching all of these different lineups here and just getting different players, and it's a lot of fun to me. So maybe, at some point, I may take a dive into Diamond Dynasty players, but for now I'm strictly going to be MLB. So we pretty much have a brand new pitching rotation here. We still have Cliff Lee on the roster, but I'm kind of just saving him for a rainy day because he has that one game available. But we got Matt Harvey, David Price, Chris Sale, Sonny Gray, and Jeff Samardzija as our 5-man rotation here for starting pitchers. Relief pitchers, Sean Marshall, Jim Henderson, Paco Rodriguez. He has a really funky delivery, and I think that's going to trick some people online once I get into some online games. And then Alex Torres. With our closing pitchers, we go with Greg Holland, who's more kind of like my setup man, and then Jason Grilli, who was excellent last season, struggling so far this season. I believe he's on the DL right now, but he's going to be our closer. And then I got two other guys that I kind of bought by an accident, and so we're just saving them for later in another roster update. They'll probably be different setup guys at some point. So at catcher, we did have to get rid of Matt Wieters. I gotta say that Matt Wieters card produced like crazy for me. So when we get towards the end of this, or after I've tried out a lot of players, I'm probably going to put together like my favorite lineup of all the guys that I've used and I want to use again. And I got to say, Matt Wieters at catcher was definitely a fun one to use. He produced a ton. But now we got Willeen Rosario. He's really struggling. I think I have not gotten a hit with him so far in 4 games. And then Miguel Montero from the D-backs is the backup. He also comes in pinch hitting situations when there's a righty up in clutch situations, and Rosario, like I said, has been struggling. I'll put in Montero because he's a lefty. At first baseman, we got Freddie Freeman from the Atlanta Braves. I haven't used this guy yet, so I'm interested to see what he can do. 88 overall. Second base, Howie Kendrick from the Angels, and Brian Dozier as the backup. Haven't used either of those guys yet. At third base, we got the young gun, Manny Machado. I haven't used him yet either. He's just coming off the DL in real life. I believe he's going to be playing tonight, which will actually be yesterday for you guys watching this video. And then Carlos Santana, I pretty much have been using him up to this point as my DH. He's been producing a lot for me. So what I did, because he's a switch hitter, and you'll see in my lineup shortly here, I got Machado hitting or starting at third base against lefties, and then against righties I got Santana starting third base. And I kind of did the same thing with my center fielders, you'll see here in a moment. From the Rangers at shortstop, I got Alexi Ramirez, and then Willie Bloomquist is the backup. He hasn't really played at all. Ramirez has been pretty solid for me, 6 games left so far. Left field, we had to replace Jason Worth, who was another really, really good card. That 3, 4, 5 spot with Mike Trout, Jason Worth, and Matt Wieters is really productive for me, so it's going to be sad for all those guys to go. But we're going to try out Mark Trumbo. Wow, totally gaffed that. In left field, 10 games available, so I haven't used him yet. Only an 80 overall, but he's a power hitter. Center fielders, I still got Mike Trout on here. Again, kind of like Cliff Lee, just saving him for another time. But my starting center fielders are going to be both Carlos Gomez and Michael Bourne. Similar like what I said to the third base situation. Gomez is going to start at center field against lefties, and Bourne is going to start at center field against righties, just to give me that batting advantage. Both pretty similar in overall. Can't wait to see what both of them can do. And then in right field, another guy who has been very productive for me, Alex Rios. Only 4 games left, though, so you guys haven't really seen much of what he's done. And he will need to be replaced along with Denorfia at some point before the next lineup update. But we'll roll with him for now. Like I said, very, very productive. So that's the roster. Again, I'll kind of show you the pitching rotation here. We got Harvey. He'll probably be the starting pitcher for the next gameplay. Price, Sale, Samardzija, and Sonny Gray, who I just played a game with. He's got some really good pitches. I haven't been able to get a win with him yet, but you see the 1.69 ERA. He's got some really good pitches that I like to work with. And then here's the bullpen. Alex Torres, Jim Henderson, Sean Marshall, Paco Rodriguez, Greg Holland, and Jason Grilli to round them out. And then we'll quickly take a look at the lineups here. Against right-handed pitching with the DH, we got Bourne, Rios, Freeman, Trumbo, Santana. I might flip these 2 guys, like I said. Santana's been really productive for me, a 4.55 average. Alexi Ramirez, Howie Kendrick, Manny Machado, and Willeen Rosario. With no DH, it's pretty much the same thing. And like I said, third baseman will be Carlos Santana against right-handed pitching. And in center field, Michael Bourne. He's a speed guy, 93 speed overall. I want to see what I can do with him in the leadoff spot. See if we can get him on base and steal some bases. Here's the lineup against left-handed pitching with the DH. You see we got Gomez in center field, and then Santana DHs in this situation. And we put Machado on third base. And then with no DH, we keep Machado on third base. And we keep Gomez in center field. So that means Santana and Bourne would be coming off the bench. But I like my bench. We got a lot of different types of hitters in there. Got some speed over there with Michael Bourne on the bench, so he could come in and pitch running situations. So that's the team. Let me know what you guys think about it. And like I said, we'll be back with another gameplay with this team probably on Wednesday. I know it's a while away from today, but we'll be back with the This Week in Major League Baseball. If you guys got any topics you want me to talk about on Wednesday in that episode, feel free to leave them in the comments. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I'm the #1 source for Diamond Dynasty on YouTube. Believe that. It's Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.